Hello, Charlotte. Okay. We are recording. So, past life reading time. So, a few notes because I'll probably forget when it's over. I'll probably be in an altered state from using my third eye so much. So, I got to give you whatever notes now. So, number one, make sure you make a copy of this video when you get it because I don't keep anybody's readings or any of that stuff. I don't keep any of these videos. So make your own copy and you'll have it for keeps. And that's really good because a lot of stuff from a past life reading, at least in my experience, even more meaning will unlock to it over time. So it's a good thing to have to reference. Let's see, what else? There's no real exact approach to this and there's no real thing to expect. I don't know if we're going to get a lot about one past life or a chain reading of certain themes over a chain of lives. There's a lot of different things that can happen, but whatever it is, it'll be what you're, just to make it clear that the intention here, the mutual agreement between all of us here is that the energy be in everyone's best interest, and especially Charlotte getting what her guides and her higher self consider most useful to her as far as knowledge about some of her own past lives. So that's the idea, that's the spirit, that's the energy, that's who we've invited. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I guess not. So, all right, much love to you. Thank you for this opportunity to be of use in this way. Thank you for the trust for me doing this. I'm honored. And so, yeah, just wanted to tell you that, I guess. Much love. I'm going to ground myself, shield myself, and get more of my mind out of the way so I can watch and learn and listen. And basically the recording, parts of it might just be like notes where there's silences where I'm watching and listening, and then I'll say some stuff so it's on recording when I'm getting, Anyway, like I said, a lot of things can happen, but the video's yours, so much love. There's a statue of a golden horse somewhere with this golden character, a figure, riding it. It looks like possibly this is part of Europe from the buildings I'm seeing behind out the window in the background here. Let me look around this room a little bit. I guess this is what they call, well, I guess I was about to say the Victorian age, whatever that means. I don't even know what that means, so it's probably true, because I don't know why that word came up. So I guess I'm supposed to pass that on. This is Victorian age. Perhaps whatever that means to you. And it feels like England, I guess. England. And whoever you are in this life, your house, your home that you live in is really big, really wealthy, Even this golden horse statue with a rider on it, perhaps somebody in your family won this, maybe even you. I'm not sure yet the meaning of it, so I'm just passing on what I'm seeing. But this is a wealthy family you're in, and I'm not sure which member of the family you are yet, but we'll get to that. Yeah, you were a young man. And you were like, I if the word's jockey, especially not in that era, but you were someone who was very good on a horse. I know that much. And you're in a very wealthy family. The age you look like I'm seeing you here, I'm guessing like, I don't know, it's like mid-20s to 30 range. Darkish hair, dark brown with reddish tint. You know, you're in shape because you're a very active person, very athletic, or at least on a horse anyway. And I get the feeling you train, like, it's not just that you ride a horse well compared to most people, you're some kind of a racer, I think, possibly, on horse. You're like a real athlete of some sort involving a horse, and I think it's some form of racing. Horse racing, whatever existed for horse racing in the Victorian age, if there is such a thing in England, I guess that's what you're doing, yeah. Then you have a golden special medal that you've won, so you're a champion, okay, in whatever it is you're competing in. My mind just doesn't even have the words for it. I don't know what forms of horse racing are known to even exist in that era. I don't even know when that era is. I'll just keep passing along what I do get, though. Looks like your father was someone who went out to sea, and he might have even been like a captain from the hat that he's got. He looks like the captain of some ship, and he also plays violin. And I see you in this scene where you're happy because you're with him, and you guys do have like a good energy between you, the way you get along. And, you know, probably being that he was out at sea a lot, that made it extra important to you, the time you had together. And he's playing violin, so he's like happy he's playing violin. That's something you can do. You guys are happy together. I get the feeling more that your pirate might have been more, your father might have been more in the direction of a pirate rather than like a military captain or anything like that. So I'm thinking your father was like a successful. The vibe I get is pirate. Now, in the time and age, maybe, according to his definition, that's not what he was. Maybe there's something else going on in England at that time where there was another reason to go out on ships and kind of raid other ships, and not even ships necessarily. I feel like he even raided, it looks more like islands or things like that. He went to where it was more warm, so he was going south. It's more tropical. Looks like all the way to Egypt, possibly. And I think I'm getting the feeling that at some point you started going on these great voyages at sea. So some of it was kind of like raiding a little bit, but then some of it was more like trading and bringing things back from very exotic places and probably trading them for profit back in England is the feeling I'm getting here. That's what it looks like, you guys. Like the business end of what this entails. But it's really more the adventure end that I'm feeling more from your heart. You know, you were the young guy coming up, so going to these exotic places on these adventures with your dad, and then of course watching the timeline here as things go on. Getting a feeling in my heart of a lot of what would you call it? Like that childlike adventure and sense of wonderment and magic. Really, that was the way this has felt so far is like magic in your experience of it. Okay. So that's actually where that's tapering off. So it's the idea is not to worry about the entirety of those lives of that life. It's to grasp onto what was the important part being shared of that life, which is, I suppose, it's this feeling in the heart of the magic and adventure in something that makes it 1,000 times richer experience. There's a connection you have with that from this lifetime, this past lifetime, that's useful to you now. What else? I suppose the relationship you have with your father, and it's being that that character is emphasized so much. Let me ask something here. Let me see something. Okay, no. So it's not what I thought, so I'm not going to say that. One of your guides straightened me out on something I was wondering. So okay, let me see what's next now. There's this other reference here. I don't really understand it, but it's sort of like a reference to being an artist or a musician or an artist in another life where there was this older guy energy. So again, it's like a father energy in another life that was beneficial. In this life, you're a female, and I'm not clear yet on era exactly, but your artistic expression in this life was strong, and you found some way to use that, to use your creativity and your artistic expression in a way that benefited you a lot in that life. So there's something about that that's connecting to you or useful to you now, to know that you have experience with using your, what would I call it? What would you guys call it? Yeah, using the expression of your inner creative true self and living by that, the level of reward that's possible to you. Focusing on the reward of the energetic reward, of course, the healing and again, that magic, that open heart, like from that feeling of childhood where anything's possible, the wonderment and the magic of it, it feels like that. So I just got lost in a feeling and I forgot everything I was going to say because that feeling just got so strong. Wow. Wow. Okay. So again, so there's another life there that's something very positive is something you can draw from now. It's like you can feel a bleed through from it and pull from that energy because it is you in it on another part of a timeline, and you're just connecting to more of yourself. And in this case, you're being encouraged to use that type of enjoyment of expression of your inner creative self, and be successful in the world doing it. You know, even in a material sense, finding, of course, a way to even bring abundance that way through, first and foremost, the true expression of what brings you joy to express about yourself, the magic in life that you tap into. So that's the theme of feeling very strongly. I don't usually get this strong of a emotional heart reading, doing past life readings for somebody, but I can say all that just from how clear that feeling is. Okay, let me see what's next. I saw a glimpse of an African life, but I didn't get enough to make any important points about it, at least not yet, so let me ground myself a little bit more. Okay, I was misreading it. This is actually a glimpse of a very old, well, you could say old, very far back on what you call time. It's like a prehistoric, you could say. Like the idea in the Flintstones of humans and dinosaurs living together. There's actually a life here that shows that being true. So, you even have experience in a life coexisting with dinosaurs. So to me, this proves that that idea in that show Flintstones is actually somebody's channeling an accurate idea there about something that's real. There are real parts in time or whatever you could say where that was occurring. Let me see what else is here about this. Okay, this is very interesting. Hold on a second. Okay, so during this timeline way back, a lot more was going on than just dinosaurs and people. I just saw this whole long scenario and was in it for a while there where the way it was depicted is like alien beings of some sort, and they were kind of a reptilian type looking guys. They landed on this planet, or actually it was more like somebody dropped them there in these pod things that would hatch just to fight, like they were some kind of, hold on, The idea is also that certain dinosaurs were being used as weapons, and even like technology was being added to them. I see like things on their heads to control their thinking and different ideas like this. So there was entities that were intervening clear back in this timeline that you was somewhere in what I guess they now refer to as the prehistoric era, because there was dinosaurs on the earth. Now I'm not sure if we're really looking at 65 million years ago, or if these dinosaurs actually could have been on places on the earth more recent than that. It's probably very possible. So I'm not going to jump to the conclusion that it's that long ago, but this is obviously a very long time ago, and you look like a human, an intelligible human living in an era coexisting with lots of big dinosaurs like you can imagine them, except there's a lot more going on. There's these other beings who are came from somewhere else, came from the sky, came from somewhere out there, and they're using certain dinosaurs as weapons, and they're actually messing with your tribes and your people and the humans. They're up to something. They're trying to take some kind of control or something. It's also like that show Dino Riders. If you ever saw that, it's kind of like a animated show. It's a similar idea of invasive entities crash landing on a planet, or I don't necessarily see them crashing in this case, but they're they're using they're using dinosaurs as weapons against humans. That much is being seen here. At least some of these dinosaurs, and also there's these reptilian-like creature but they're intelligent. They're intelligent beings. They're pretty big and strong in reptile bodies, but they're intelligible. But they're being used as a weapon. It's like they were picked up somewhere else and then just dropped here in these pod things just so they would fight against the humans. That's the idea, I guess, I'm getting from everything I'm seeing here. I'm just passing it on. I've learned that I can't judge stuff because there's a whole lot of stuff that's going on that I'm not aware of, so my job's just to pass on whatever I'm getting. So I see this strong, intelligent woman, pretty, I'm seeing her from the back. Her skin's pretty light-skinned. Hair it's like orangish, reddish brown, and the texture's kind of interesting. It's way more frizzy and kinky, I don't know, than what you see on most light-skinned people. I'm pretty bad at describing people from different times, and I hope it doesn't sound stupid, but I'm looking at this woman from the back, and she's looking at these big dinosaurs that are crushing around out there, and they've been harnessed. Like somebody's got these little harnesses, and they look kind of space age, these harnesses, like something that came down and just attached onto these dinosaurs, and now they're being used like as pets to attack and stuff like that. So she sends a message to someone. So she has some forms of technology. It's not like these people living in this time with the dinosaurs were just in stone caves and they just had sticks and stuff. Like, she's got certain forms of technology. She just sent a message by air on this little hovering thing, kind of like the way we have little drones now. She sent something like that, and she is in a cave, but it's more technological appliances in this cave than you would expect, and it's actually nice in there. And it's where you should live when there's big dinosaurs tromping around like this. And this message is carrying over to another village, I guess. Yeah, it's like she sent a message to all the soldiers. And they're all rallied and they're all coming. And in the end, whatever this conflict was, it's hard for me to believe what I'm seeing. In the end, your peoples were organized. The idea here was that there was this, what I was shown is that you guys had this like alliance of multiple different tribes that this one message where you sent it, it called them all to a joint purpose, and they were able to, because these invaders, these alien type invaders, were on the backs of dinosaurs, big tall dinosaurs. These humans just worked together to make the dinosaurs fall down, and they got out of the way and stuff. They were pretty organized. They knew how to work as a team. These multiple different tribes. So it was really impressive, really, the way you all stood together. And these technologically advanced guys from off planet somewhere ended up just leaving, is the impression I'm getting. They just decided that there wasn't enough of them, and you guys were more than they could handle. Actually, I can't say for sure they left the planet. For all I know, they just went somewhere else on the planet. But they left you guys alone. You never had to worry about them after that. So this is very interesting. You lived in a time somewhere where there was humans on Earth at the same time as dinosaurs, and you were there during the time of some kind of alien invasion, where a small group of aliens of some kind of a reptilian nature was the idea here. We're trying to use dinosaurs to wipe out your tribe, but you had your own forms of technology, and you were actually very organized with the other tribes, and you guys all fought well and stood together and fought off these dinosaurs and made these aliens give up, and they just left. They left you guys alone. Just so you know, just so you know, that's something that happened in your past. That's incredible. Okay. I like seeing new things. And yeah, you were in on the fighting. I mean, not only did you call everybody in the night together, but you fought with them. It was that type of a people that you guys were. You all fought together, and that's why it worked. You were all like one unit when you needed to be, and that's what made the difference here. So I guess that's really the powerful, possibly. I can only say possibly. Whatever you get from it, you're going to get a lot more from it than me, but I understand one message in this is about the power of being able to unite with others that well, to be able to create that much harmony and unity. That's very rare. It's like a very advanced trait. So to experience that so far back in what you call time, the way we see it, that's incredible. So you must have a lot more ability in that area to pull from your higher self than most people. The ability to harmonize the energy of groups, or understand how to truly work in unity and work together when it counts and make it happen. I mean, and I can see where in this world, in this current age and time, that would be a huge thing to be contributing to this world, because people could really use that. So anyway, that's powerful stuff, and there's a lot more in it than I'm sure you can get out of it than me. There's this monkey here now, getting my attention. This is odd. I don't ever have monkeys showing me where to go. This guy's interesting. He's made his presence known. There's some kind of a spirit walk, mind journey thing unfolding here, so I'm just going to follow him. He's opening this door, and then there's this bright light. And I feel like we're stepping into a different type of dimension when we walk through this bright light of a door. Okay, let me reset myself. Get a little more clear, and then I'm just going to ask if there's I understand that we've just seen a chain of positive readings to pull from certain powerful traits and connections now in this reality. Okay, so is there anything else to add to that or clarify the message or something along those lines? Thank you. was just given the idea to be heart-centered. Heart-centered in your own place of magic, place of creation. You have so much there from so much time. I mean, look at the example of how far back that was given, and such incredible things done even back then. So within your overall consciousness, your higher self, and even some of the abilities in your subconscious, not all things in people's subconscious need to be cleared away. Some are useful abilities, and you have plenty of that too. So this is really showing positive things that you're potentially already connecting with in your other timelines, but the idea is that you can pull more here. That's why it's brought up. You can amplify those energies and understand that already having experiences that incredible, you're capable of having experiences that incredible already. So you can even expand upon that into even more incredible experiences of some kind in this incarnation. It's not that you have to, or you need to, or you should feel stressed that you're supposed to. It's just that's what's being given here, just for relevant, useful information to use, that you have, tremendous creativity and expression and wisdom and ability to harmonize groups more and harmonize the bigger collective consciousness more than just the little one individual at a time. You have a lot of very impressive talents here. Mixing things like that, like abilities of expression with abilities of harmonizing large groups, and also adventure and living from the heart. These are all great traits of like a great spiritual leader of a sort, really. A great leader or healer or both. The energy's there, the spiritual energy's there. All of the above, really. You can be all of the above in any way you would choose to, really. So that's what's being given. That's the idea of this chain of readings. This individual one in their nature is expansive and wise and well developed. So being heart-centered in their own magic, this frequency, this entire reading, one of your guides, or I guess that's what it is, yeah, it's one of your guides has been holding me in this really open heart chakra frequency. It's incredible. I love it. So the idea here is to be you from there, and because of how much experience and wisdom and talent and courage and ability to harmonize the bigger collective and all sorts of vast, beautiful talents like that, you can be, if you live from your center, it's probably already in your nature, when you're just really being you, to be some kind of a natural healer and leader, spiritually, you could say. And spiritual is just one word for it. You could call it a lot of things. Supernatural or super awesome or whatever you want, but that's the energy here, and that's the truth from these past lives, and the energy being shared and the ideas being shared from your higher self and your guides. Those were their words I was passing on that sentence a little bit back there. This one, it started something like that, I think. So in your heart, if this is your heart I'm feeling, then you have so much power in your heart chakra. You can definitely heal with your hands for the energy running from your heart chakra through your hands, since they're so connected. You probably already know that. I get the feeling. All I have is your name, but it's best that way, because then I can just feel the energy and let your guides convey ideas. There's some kind of a beautiful wolf with blue eyes, female, like a power animal I'm seeing here. It's with you or something, and it turns into a humanoid, like a yeah, some kind of an intelligent entity, really. You have a connection to, and that's the symbol for the connection. Okay. That's what's considered most useful to you or beneficial to you at this time right now, the way it reads from your higher self and your guides. Okay, that's what I was able to pick up on it. I mean, all those lives are of course vast real things that I'm only barely just trying to describe a glimpse of it from my perspective. But it's really what you can unlock working with those ideas in yourself that matters. That I know. It's about you and your higher self and your guides. I'll forget most of this in a matter of minutes because it's not really even for me, you know. So, but I can say that feeling of heart chakra, that entire reading was intense and beautiful and amazing and unusual to be at that strength. So, if it's you I'm feeling or if it's your guides I'm feeling, I'd imagine it's some concept of both, really. So, wow. So, living heart centered for you is you're you're powerful. You know, you're a powerful healer, natural leader of some kind. I know that much. And those lives are probably something you're already connecting to some degree, but the reason they'd come up is that there's so much more potential benefit for you in connecting with those now. So from here, working with those for a while. See what it unlocks for you. Much love to you. It's been a great honor. If you have feedback at some point, that's great. No pressure, whether I hear from you or not. It's been an honor. It's been a wonderful frequency. It's been a great, tremendous feeling. I still have it in my heart. My heart chakra is still more open just from that frequency from your reading. So, wow. So thank you in a sense. And in every sense, thank you. Much love. I guess that's it for now.